Hello my precious jewels, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Julie, and if you like makeup tutorials, makeup hauls, makeup reviews, first impressions, and all things beauty, then you've come to the right channel. First of all, Happy New Year. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Pantone Color makeup look. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Pantone Color of the Year. Usually it's a color that is selected by like people, I want to say in the fashion industry. I think it's bigger than the fashion industry because it goes in different genres of things, right? So like you'll have clothes, you'll have electronics, you'll have furniture. Everything is this particular color. The color is Mocha Mousse, which is like a chocolatey brown color, but it's not like a cool tone. It's not really a warm tone. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like. If I had to show you what the color is, I want to say it's not quite this color. Like I pulled out a bunch of different palettes so that I could like show you an idea of what it is. Maybe like this color, yeah, because this one is a little less green than the other shade that I just showed you. Okay, so this one is a little more olivey, that color right there. This one is a little more warm but not warm, but to me in the picture it looks a lot like this shade right here. None of these Juvias Place palettes have names, so that would just be color number 9. Then we also have this palette, which is the Coffee Shop palette by Juvias Place. So it could be this color. I told you guys before that I'm a little colorblind, so seeing neutral colors like this, because it's not a warm tone, it's not a cool tone, it's definitely more of a neutral tone. It doesn't have a red undertone. It looks like a light colored chocolate mousse, not a milk chocolate mousse. It's so hard to explain it, but I'm gonna do my best. So to me, like this shade right here is a little too red to be it, but it could be it. When I tell you, we're just gonna do my best inspired Pantone Mocha Mousse look. And I'm gonna have, like I said, pictures. I'll probably throw a few pictures of different things that they are also making in that shade. You're gonna see clothes that shade. Like most of the stuff that you see, a lot of the fashion, a lot of the colors, a lot of packaging, headphones, like all kind of stuff you're gonna see in this particular shade, Mocha Mousse. And if you don't stay in the fashion or the beauty industry, you don't really realize that there's a specific color that they are basing a lot of stuff off. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that movie, The Devil Wears Prada. And if you did see that movie, when they went to a meeting with, I can't remember the girl's name, but she played the main character. I think, yeah, she played the main character, and the color was cerulean. It was like a turquoisey green kind of color, but if you remember that part, and the lady was telling her, you don't know, so many different objects and clothing is based off of this color, which was cerulean in the movie. Don't ask me how I remember it, but it's probably because I saw The Devil Wears Prada so many times. This is a trend going on right now, this Pantone Color of the Year Mocha Mousse inspired look. I'm going to be using one of these palettes or all 3 of these palettes. My brows are done. My base is done. Hopefully this is something that you guys are interested in seeing, and you will stay tuned for the video. I am hoping to do a nice soft glam look, but we don't know how it's going to come out because I really don't have any idea. I pulled some products that I want to use, so I'll definitely be using one of these Juvias Place palette. I have some foundations that I haven't worn in forever, so I think I'm gonna try this one because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I used this foundation and I really liked it. And I also have like a new primer. We're just gonna play in some makeup and come up with a Mocha Mousse. Yeah, you're gonna see nails and clothes, furniture, just all kind of stuff that is this shade. And I know you can't really tell what the shade is, but it's not a warm tone. It's definitely a neutral shade. We're gonna start with this palette right here, and I'm gonna take this color, which I think is one of the closest colors that I have to the Pantone shade. I don't know. This one is like a little too warm. Let me see. Oh no, I actually think that's perfect. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna take this brush, this Morphe M513, and I'm gonna go into this Juvias Place Nubian Earth palette, and I'm just gonna tap into this shade right here. Again, these shades they don't have any names. It's just shade number 9. Cause on the back it says shades 1 through 12. I don't know, this brush feels a little rough, hurting my eye. Let me get a different brush. Okay, I'm gonna use this Morphe M441 and see if that's any different. It's so weird. It's the same color as the base that I have on, which is a e.l.f. concealer. Yeah, this is like the first year that I am actually doing a Pantone look. And they said the shade last year was Peach Fuzz. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't. And I don't remember seeing a lot of stuff that was in Peach Fuzz, but this is very close to home. So they had a whole story because I watched like a presentation of them presenting the shade, and they talked about how peaceful the shade is, and it's about self-care and just taking care of yourself and doing things that, you know, really just give you a peaceful vibe. It's also like a decadent treat for yourself when it comes to desserts. So I was like, okay, I could see that. Because when you think of chocolate mousse, well, this is not chocolate mousse, it's mocha mousse. So mocha is lighter than chocolate. Yeah, lighter than chocolate. I like that shade. I think that's the shade right there. But we're gonna add some more to it because, yeah, mocha might have a little more of a brownie, like a little warmth to it, maybe like a little more depth to it, but not really. I know I love chocolate mousse. I never had mocha mousse before, but I love chocolate mousse. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna take it and bring it into the crease. I like the shade. I think I'm gonna take the lighter shade up a little bit higher. My eyes are hooded, so I want to have a little bit more of the other shade, the lighter shade. But I do like this shade here. And they have different like color stories to show you like how you can, you know, use the shade, and it's like a minimalist type of look. Like if you are a person that loves that clean, neutral, minimalist shade, this is something that people that are into that will really, really love. I'm so used to using color in my looks, but I'm excited to try, you know, this kind of color story just to see what we can come out with. I'm gonna take this clean brush and just blend this out and up. I just want to blend it out and up because I see like a harsh line there. I have this palette right here called the Nudes, and I think I'm gonna take this shade right here and use this to blend out up here. It's just a light peachy tone, and I pulled out some peach and orangey blushes that I think will be really perfect for what we have going on here. Now that's what I pulled out. Now I don't know how it's gonna work out, but that's what we got so far. I'm going back in with the light shade from this palette. I'm working out of 2 palettes, guys. Okay, I'm going back into this shade right here. I don't want to take this darker shade and like close up the eye. I want to like leave it open at the bottom and just right here. It's like this brown shade is like a little patchy. It's not an easy shade to blend out, but I like that. I like that. If I could just get the other eye just like this, I'd be very, very happy. Because I like the shape of it. It's weird because I feel like I just want this color right here to blend out here. And this will also give us some brightness in the crease. And blend this out. I really love that shade. I don't think I want to do a shimmer. Like I want it to just be a matte look and then really play out the rest of the face. Okay, I'm gonna use this NYX Epic liner and try a wing. I'm gonna do a little line going up that way. Going up. This one is more curved. I'm just gonna go back into our Mocha Mousse shade. Oh shoot, that's not the right brush. That is not the right brush. I'm gonna mix these two colors, hoping that I can get a little more of the peach tone up here to blend this out. I'm gonna go into this brown shade right here. It has glitter in it. And I just want to kind of go over our line. Yeah, I like that. This way everything is that's nice. And you can tell it's brown. I love it. Very, very nice. Okay, now we're gonna do lashes. I know I always say I'm going off to do lashes, but then I come up with something else. So I like the way this is coming out. And before I even put my lashes on, let's put a primer on so that the primer is drying by the time we do our makeup. You see I have all my skincare on. My skin is not doing the best because, you know, it's nearing that time. That's all I'm gonna say. And we're gonna use this. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. I haven't tried this since the day that I reviewed it on the channel. So I wanna just try it. It was good when I tried it. It has a very cooling feel to it and it's very blurring. I like this. It reminds me a lot of the Huda Beauty primer. It has the same, well, similar but smoother consistency, but it has that same wet kind of feel. My mouth is breaking out. What I realized is, I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning a couple of weeks ago that my mouth keeps breaking out every time I put something on it. So I realized what the problem is. I have 3 lip balms in rotation, right? And I have the Ole Hendrickson, which I love, 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 love. Like I have one in my pocketbook, by my nightstand, at my workstation, and the other one's the same thing, Summer Fridays. And then I have my Too Faced, which I love, love, love. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, I went out and bought like 9 of them. They had them on sale. That's what's breaking me out. It's doing something under my mouth. So my pillow balms, I'm no longer gonna wear them because they're doing something to my, under my lip. And you know what happens is, the older you get, the more things you become allergic to and you don't even realize it. We're gonna let that sit and I am going to put my lashes on and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna tell you guys now, these are the Cherry Blossom Lashes in 922. I'm gonna use this Hollywood Flawless filter. This is shade number 8, Deep. I'm just gonna put a little bit here. I usually like to use this on my whole face when I use it. I think it's so pretty. It just gives a nice amount of glow to the skin. Sometimes I like to mix it in my foundation. This is the first time I ever put it on my face before any foundation. So I don't know how that's gonna work. This is the darker shade. I have a lighter one too. This came out after the initial release because they didn't have a dark shade like this in the beginning. They only had, I think shade number 7 was the darkest. It gives a nice glow to the skin. So we're gonna use this today. This is my Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation plus hyaluronic acid and adaptogens. So I haven't used this in a minute and I remember really liking this. So yeah, that might be like a little dark. Should we mix it with something? I gotta have something that's a little bit lighter. I'm gonna mix it with this, the True Match. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. I'm gonna take a brush and just mix it in so we can lighten up the shade. That might be one of the reasons why I didn't use it, because it was a little dark. We're gonna use this brush. It's a very big brush. I don't really, okay, that's the color we're gonna go in with and see what happens. We're gonna just tap this in. I reviewed both of these foundations on my channel. I like Wet n Wild. I really do. They have good products. And I like Smashbox. Yeah, to me that shade looks better because the Smashbox is kind of dark. I want to try to keep my wing intact as well as my my brows, because what happens is when I'm putting my concealer on and I'm blending sometimes, I don't pay attention. Like I'm not paying attention and my brows are gone in some spots and so are my wings. I'll be like, well, what happened to my wing? So the skin looks really nice. I'm just trying to test out this primer while I'm doing this look, just to see if it's really a good primer, because I had only used it that one time. I love the dewiness of the skin. So let's see what we have as far as the concealer is concerned. I'm gonna wipe this off the back of my hand because that's a lot of product. Okay, so I'm gonna use these two concealers. These are my Revolution IRL concealers. This is shade 13.5 and this is shade 12. It's one of my favorite drugstore concealers. So good. And this is a good concealer to use when you have like a darker foundation. Like this foundation is a little on the deeper side. Not that it's so much dark, but it's a little deeper than my complexion. I usually neutralize my foundation with a different tone and different, you know, like a lighter concealer. So that's what we are gonna do. Hopefully it won't be too light. I'm gonna go in with this peach shade of, this is the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in the shade Vivid Coral. I'm gonna give this another try. So I think that this tone of blush is gonna be perfect for our look. Now let's see if it's gonna show up. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna go in and start tapping this out. I definitely see pores in my cheek area. We're gonna see how the layering that we do, what it does with the primer on my cheeks. Because that's when I can really tell. I know I say it all the time, but I can really tell if a primer is working for me if when I put products on my cheeks still look smooth. I guess everybody looks for something different in a primer, but when you have textured, oily skin, you definitely want a primer that is mattifying and something that is smoothing, that's gonna blur out your texture. I like the color of this concealer. It gave a nice brightness. Let me tap out this blush and see what it does. It shows up a little bit more than the Huda Beauty did. I know this is not a review, but I'm always going to talk about the makeup when I'm applying it. Like, I just can't help it because I'm always testing it. And I always want to see like how it wears and what it's doing against other products. Because I won't recommend it to you if it doesn't do what's necessary. Now to me, I could use a little more blush on this side, on both sides. I'm gonna do this concealer first and then do the blush. Let's go back into this Armani. They have a shade that's darker than this, and I probably should have gotten that shade, but I don't know for the next time. But I actually do like it if it would just show up a little bit. I think the shade is very pretty. They have a deeper orange. This one is Vivid Coral. I think the other one is like a peachy something, because I was looking on a site the other day. I think they actually had like a sale or something, 25% off, and I was like, yeah, you can't buy anything. You can't buy anything. Like, I'm thinking about turning off my notifications on my phone because I get so many notifications for different sales that are happening, and I'd be so tempted. Like, I have some Sephora cards that I know I won't be using because it's not going to be on sale. Certain things I took back, and I'll talk about that in another video. That is very light. You can't see anything at all. You can't see it, but that's all right. I know for the next time. It's just as light as the Huda Beauty, but it's okay because we have powder blushes that are going to do what we need it to do. The powder blushes will give us the color that we need. Very nice. I think the skin looks really pretty. Everything looks nice and smooth. And now let's set these under eyes with a powder. I'm going with my favorites. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation. One of my favorites. Do you see how smooth that under eye looks? Look the difference. Set. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation in shade N8/N9. And this is what it looks like when the eye is set. And that's the difference. It really smooths out the under eye. And what I love about this powder is you can put a lot under your eye and you don't have to worry about it creasing. Like, you guys know I use this powder a lot and I'm nowhere near making a dent. I love this powder. I love it to set the under eye. I love it to set the face. It's so good. So good. And I put it in the places that I put concealer to set those areas before I put loose powder. But the shade is perfect. It gives just enough brightness. Love it. So we definitely don't see any of the blush. I think you may see like a little hint of it, but nothing crazy. This is the Too Faced Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick in shade Chocolate Lava. I love it. It smells wonderful. A beautiful shade. And it shows up with every foundation that I have. It's a very rich shade. I call these two brushes right here the Dynamic Duo. This is the Makeup by Ariel A29 and A20. I use this one to sculpt and shape my contour because of its thin bristles, just the shape of it. And then I will take the other brush and blend it out once I get the shape that I want. What I love about these two brushes, this one is wider and fluffier, but I take it on the side and I just blend, and it doesn't leave a harsh line, and that's what I love about it. Like, it blends everything right in and just leaves a beautiful shape on the nose. Look at that. Perfect contour. The Dynamic Duo. Okay, I'm gonna take this brush. This is my Morphe V108, and I'm just gonna blend in this bronzer. One of the things I love about the bronzer, first of all, is look at how it blends into the makeup effortlessly. It's just so beautiful. It doesn't leave like a harsh line. It blends in so nicely. I love that. And it doesn't take a lot of work to blend it. It's so good. Love that. And I'm gonna go down here and blend this out. That is so good. I'm trying to make sure that I blend out every harsh line in 2025. That's my motto. No harsh lines in 2025. So if I'm blending too much, it's because last year in 2024, sometimes when I would go back and I would edit my videos, I'd be like, oh my God, I didn't know that I didn't blend this line out. Because sometimes with these lights being so bright, you can't always see the blend. So I think that that is looking really good. No harsh lines in 2025. I'm gonna go into this Announced Color powder, and I'm going to set my under eyes with the loose powder. This is the shade Deep Medium, and I also have a deeper shade which is Rich Deep. So we're gonna use both of those shades to set our under eyes and the rest of our face. This is the shade of the Announced Color powder. I'm gonna take it and put it in the top. It's like a yellowish, like a marigold kind of shade. It gives a nice amount of brightness under eyes. I love the shade. I need her to come out with a pink, a real pink. I'm gonna put a little bit more powder because I'm gonna do it the under eyes. It is super windy outside. I don't know if you guys could hear that wind blowing. I'm also going to take a little bit of this powder and just put it right here. Let's do the under eyes real fast. I'm going to take this brush right here, this Morphe M124, and I'm just going to go into this shade and this shade, which probably doesn't even make any sense to stroke out under here. Take this brush right here that I use to smoke out to blend my bronzer, and I'm just gonna go and blend it out. I'm gonna go into the bronzer. I'm gonna go into this powder bronzer right here, this Sephora 65N, and I'm just gonna yeah, it just gave it a little bit more. That's the Sephora powder foundation in 65N. I love that shade as a bronzer, and I guess that's the bronzer we're gonna use on our face to set with. I'm gonna go into this Sephora 12-hour colorful pencil in a shade Coconut. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So far, so good. Okay, let's do a little bottom lash mascara. This is my favorite, the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. So we have our mascara on. I'm just going to pat this in under the eyes because I want to keep the brightness on the face. You're going to just do it around here. Yeah, just that area. Now I'm going to use the Announced Color Rich Deep to set the other areas on my face that I didn't use the lighter powder. That's the color. It's a beautiful chocolatey color. I'm going to set where I put the bronzer. And I know now, sometimes I'll be forgetting to set under my chin, but I can't complain about my makeup not being there if I don't set under my chin. I set under the chin and up here. I'm just gonna go around this light area of my mouth because it looks very light. So I wanna just, now I'm gonna take this powder, which is the NP14 from Natasha Denona. That is the High Glam powder. And I'm just gonna go over everything to kind of bring everything back to a uniform shade, but not really taking away the definition that we put in the face. And I'm just gonna take this. That brush was the E58. They don't make that brush anymore. I wish I could find a brush that I love that I can use on the channel instead of that brush. Because what happens is, sometimes people ask me like, what brush is that you use? And I'm like, they don't make it anymore, but it's my favorite powder brush. So see how that contour just looks so beautiful. Now we're gonna spray. I'm gonna use my favorite setting spray of right now because I really, really love the setting spray and I love the way it makes the face look. The NYX, the face glue, it's wonderful. I'm gonna shake it up and I'm gonna spray. This is one of the best setting sprays that I've used. I love everything about it. The packaging could be a little more, but it's NYX, and so it's a perfect setting spray. I don't have anything bad to say about it. The sprayer is good. It gives you just enough of moisture on the face. It looks gorgeous. The skin looks gorgeous when you're done. The makeup stays in place. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous setting spray. Your makeup does not move with this setting spray. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. So nix that. It is a perfect setting spray. And it dries fast. And it melds everything together. Do you see how beautiful the skin looks? Gorgeous. I'm gonna do bronzer first. So I'm gonna go in with this brush again. I use the same brush for bronzer, whether it is a liquid or powder. So we're gonna dip into this. This is the NYX 65N, and we're just gonna, I love the shade. Again, this is our inspired Pantone Color of the Year Mocha Mousse look. I love it. And of course, Mocha Mousse is gonna be different based on the way the creator sees the shade and what they want to do with it. And that's what anything. When you see the products that are going to come out, the clothing, and you see the electronics that are going to come out, the furniture that are going to be in that shade, and the colors that they're going to use it with, right? Because they have different color stories that they give you an idea, but it's all about what you want to do as the person that is wearing the color. That's just like wearing black and how you want to merchandise it up and what color you want to put your black with, or whether you want to use all black. To me, because I have Mocha Mousse, that's my complexion, I had to do things that would accentuate it to make it pop and make it stand out. To me, I think so far, first of all, the eyes are beautiful. Wait till I put the picture up on the screen and you're going to be like, oh yeah, that is the color. Again, we are making sure that we don't have any harsh lines. 2025. So this brush, I don't know if I told you what it is. This is the A14 from Makeup by Ariel. I love, love, love his brushes. I have these two blushes from NYX. These are the NYX Buttermelt blushes, and I have two shades, which is Sooner the Butter and Had Butter. Okay, so we're gonna go with the lighter shade first. I think this one has some luminosity to it, so that is what we're gonna use on our cheeks. It's a beautiful shade, guys. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Now I don't know if it's gonna show up, but we are about to see. I didn't want anything that's too dark, just something that's gonna give us, do you see that? That is freaking gorgeous. Yeah, love that. Do you see the luminosity in the cheek? But you know what I'm looking at more than anything? You guys know I'm looking at my cheek and how smooth it still looks with the layers that we have on it. That is gorgeous. This is really like it looks highlighty, but it's not as a blush. It's so pretty. Like, you know, I can't do this look without putting highlighter on. I gotta do highlighter, but this is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. And I like the fact that it is not too much color, but just enough to give us like a glowy kind of look. It's so pretty. We're gonna take the deeper orange and just put a little bit towards the back. This is like a really deep orange. Let's see. Yeah, back here. Okay. So we're gonna just add this here. I love that. So pretty. Now this one doesn't have luminosity. It's just a powder, but it's a beautiful powder. Love that. So good. I love that. Perfect. I feel like I need something more. I'm going back in with this bronzer. And to me, like, the contour is already the perfect shape. So I don't want to do too much, but I wanted to bring a little more definition to the nose. Okay, I feel like something is missing from our look. I know we gotta do a lip. I use this one size brow pencil today, guys, in the shade dark brown. I'm just gonna use this to fill in right here. I forgot I had this. I definitely feel like something is missing from the face. Highlighter, of course. I'm gonna try this highlighter right here. I just got this from Revolution. It's called Just My Type. Let me see what it looks like. Oh, it's like a white. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's what we're gonna use. Let's see. I just want a little bit of highlighter. Love that. Okay, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this and put it out in a corner. Then we're gonna do a lip. I love all of the highlighters. Do you see that? That is gorgeous. I love all of the highlighters from Revolution. They're just so beautiful. It's not overly highlighty. It just gives a nice glow from within. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this. I think I'm gonna mix these two blushes. I feel like our face is missing something still. Okay, I'm gonna go into the deeper one and this one, and then we're gonna see. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, that's what we needed. We needed some color. I know it's Mocha Mousse, but I feel like, yes, that is it now. That is it. Gorgeous. I'm happy now. Let me get a lip. You know I'm gonna use my trusty lip liner because I'm loving this liner right now. I can't help it. I just love it. It's so creamy and it's just so good. It reminds me of the Fenty liner. The ones that she came out with over the summer. It doesn't move as much. I love that. This is called Cross the Line by Maybelline. I love it. I'm going to use this shade Morocco from Juvias Place. That's the packaging. This is the shade. It's gorgeous. That's a nice mocha tone. Oh, I did that. That's why I didn't want to use these lipsticks, because I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to go into this shade Muted. So that's like us creating our own mocha. I'm telling you, when you see the color, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Mocha Mousse lip. Everything that we use on our face is going to be listed and linked below if there is a link for it. I'm going to use this Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Latte on my lips. These lip glosses smell so good. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry, guys. That's what it looked like. Okay, I'm gonna go, matter of fact, let me spray again, and then I'm gonna go and comb my hair. Okay guys, let me go and comb my hair, and I'll be right back. Just to give a quick once over of the final look. I'm not going to go over everything that we use because this is not a review, but I will have everything listed and linked below. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is our finished look. I love the way the makeup looks, guys. I hope that you love it as well. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this makeup. I'm definitely going to have different pictures of this Pantone Color Mocha Mousse on the screen so you can see how they're using it and just what the shade looks like. So this is what the eyes is looking like, guys. This is what the rest of the makeup is looking like. I think that it's very defined but understated. It just looks very pretty, in my opinion. You guys will let me know what you think. I know a lot of you guys don't like neutrals. A lot of you guys do like neutrals. I'm getting on the wagon of liking whatever I feel that day, whether I feel color, whether I feel neutral. I think that we did a very nice inspired look of this Pantone Mocha Mousse look. Please guys, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. If you like this video, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have been to this channel before and you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you want to see another makeup look from me, a review or anything, I'm going to leave a video on the screen so you can continue watching. I love you, my precious jewels. Again, Happy New Year. I hope that you enjoyed this makeup look as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Everything that I used in the video will be linked and listed below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. 2025. No harsh lines in 2025, okay?